Yeah, hello! CK here and bringing you with the freshly picked pros. Let's go! So in this video, I will be giving you ideas on how to twist 5 worst tropes in fiction writing. By the end, you should be able to have an army of ideas where you can head start your novel. I would also encourage you to add some little bit of flourish, and hopefully this video inspires you. I'd like to prove that there are no bad ideas, or bad tropes really, just bad execution. Stay tuned at the end though, wherein I will be helping you flesh out one of the worst tropes. So, let's go! Numero uno. The Chosen One. Most young adult novels or fantasy novels have this running trope wherein there is just someone, this special snowflake who is destined to save the world. That's fine, but usually they're on the young side, but really, would you trust the fate of the world to someone young? When I was 13 or 16, I don't even know what am I supposed to do with my life. But what if? What if we do something to that trope? That main character was actually destined to ruin the world. What if the seers were trying to prevent the main character from realizing their true destiny? And kind of like Encanto, but like in a world scale or something? Or, hear me out on this one. What if the main character found out that this is their destiny? But the prophecy was delayed a really long time ago, and the time that they got their prophecy is now when they're old and they don't really care about the world anymore. And the whole novel can just be other side characters trying to convince the protagonist to go off into a journey or something. I don't know, you figure out the details, I got you a head start. Comment below if that's something you'd like in a novel, Dos, the love triangle. 2 men pining for the affection and love of the female lead. Usually, the other one is this edgy, mysterious, dark boy trope whatever guy. The one who ironically quotes 1984 or some classic literature. And the other one is this soft and good-natured, the uwu vibes. They're all battling for the affection of the female lead, who is sometimes has the personality of a cardboard. But what if the entirety of the novel they spent trying to make themselves look bad, and along the way they realize that they don't really like the female lead? I don't know, you the author. Or hear me out. Harems. Comment harem if you'd like to see that in a novel. I am not judging you. I actually remember this Chinese show, I think, or something. Oh no, it's a Japanese show, I think. I'm not sure. The Raiden Shogun has about 1,000 concubines. That would be really interesting to see. Come on, guys. Just get the initial love triangle situation out of the way and actually focus on the main plot. Thoughts? Number 3, that's right, the secret heir to a lost or ruined kingdom. Normally, at the beginning of the film or in story, there's some wars and sieges happening, and all of the royal family is killed except this young prince who managed to escape, and one, they either had amnesia or they grew up being spiteful and vengeful and wanting to reclaim the throne. Yeah, but what if? What if the main character realized that leading people is really hard? Like, have you seen the history books? All of the rulers have to maintain a kingdom, and it's really hard, and all of those political things. And he spends the entirety of the novel trying to hide his identity, not because he doesn't want to get killed, but he doesn't want to get discovered. Sounds good? 4. The evil overlords want to world domination because their motivation for having power is to have more power. Terrible writing advice made a whole video of this. Yeah. I don't really understand the whole motivation of wanting the whole world. If you are interested in how to write a good villain, I will link the video on the description box and as well as at the end. But anyway, those type of villains give the impression that they're just one-dimensional and doesn't really humanize them. I would really love to pay if the villain was actually the main character and they spend the whole novel having this character development, and they suddenly realize that having this war isn't worth it because ruling is hard, just like what I've said at the earlier point, and all these political tensions is just really annoying, and they realize that earning the top dog is really easy, but maintaining it, nah. So what if the entire novel is just him starting to realize that this isn't worth it and he decide to GTFO? Who knows? Number 5, the love at first sight or the reincarnation trope. This, out of all the tropes that I mentioned, this is actually my favorite. It is usually two characters who have fallen in love at the past, and for some reason they've started to be reincarnating every single decade, and no matter the timeline is, they always have this special connection, you know? And usually the narrative goes something like this. And as they look at each other's eyes, staring passionately as their souls recognize one another. In those honey-colored brown eyes, 1 second, they fell in love. It was this one question that she wanted to ask them. Excuse me, have I met you before?
Ma'am, this is McDonald's. Oh, what can I get ya?
In all seriousness, you know, soulmate doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be romantic love, you know? They can be friends as well too. Maybe the whole novel is them finding someone else, like a different significant other, but they remain friends because of that otherworldly connection. You know what I hate about these reincarnation things is that they like to emphasize on love at first sight, and that is... There you have it. 5 the worst tropes, twisted in a very interesting way. Hopefully this gives you a jump start on your next bestseller novel. But in all seriousness, if you are going to write a novel, you just need more than a premise. This video just gave you those ideas, those premises. If you want to further develop your story idea, check out my first video, which I'll link below as well too, which talks about developing your story idea. Well then, there you have it, and I'll see you next Sunday for more writing tips. CK signing out. So let's have this setting during the Renaissance era, and it's about 2 main characters being pledged with someone else, like all of the love and loyalty, but they actually fell in love with someone else, which is the main characters. And they tried to fight for their love, but it became forbidden because of all this family and political stuff, and then they died tragically. So the universe decided to give them another chance. They were reincarnated or isekai'd during the current modern era. The problem is, they already fell in love with someone else when they start to remember their past memories. So perhaps the whole novel, or the whole theme of the novel, is about them trying to come into realization which is their true emotions. I don't know, you're the writer, give your brand twist to this. And hopefully you see something that sticks out. And by the way, if in any case this video allowed you to be a best-selling writer, please think of me, think of cleodel.krishna or CK who help you forge that path. I'll see you soon on Sunday, and till then, CK signing out. This time. Hey, why are you still here? You know what you should be doing? You should be writing. So come on, go pursue that writing goal, you know? Be a bestseller.